Hi guys, and welcome back to Bubble Zoo, and today we are continuing on with our elephant pen, and I can't wait. So I've done the minimum, so I've got the pen sorted, I've done all of the fencing, put a bit of water down, get all of the paths ready. Now it's time to just put in the elephants, so that's what I'm doing. So whilst I get them in their pens, I'm just going to go do all of their jazz, see if they have any interspecies enrichment, which they don't, and I'm going to get them settled. Now, I did say last time that elephants could be a right pain in your butt, and it's true. So once these boys get put in, you'll see what I'm talking about, because I think I have to deal with them constantly breaking through my fences all the time. Now, hopefully, once I've got all this work zone done and put everybody in their areas that they need to be in, we can finally put our lovely elephants down. Now, I've started off with Indian elephants. They're going to be on this side, and then I'm going to put the African a little bit later on in the video on the other side, because you'll notice I struggle with the fencing. So just assigning all of our work zones, and then we'll get ready to boogie loogie into actually getting their enrichment items fully sorted, and a pen and other bits and bobs that an elephant likes. Also, I do need to start putting some more bins around, because I noticed it's getting a bit rubbishy. Some more seats, a bit more food, drink, that kind of jazz. But yeah, so there is our lovely path that connects from our boat ride. So we're gonna get that all sorted. I can finally actually give someone the role to go fix the heater and those machines there, because I constantly had those breaking down. Now, I've just noticed this terrain's a little bit meh, so I think I do fix it in the end. I think I lower the water a little bit more too, just to make life that little bit easier for the elephants to get in, and for the people, visitors, to actually see into the pen that bit more too. A bit overdoing it right there, Jade. Right. Look at those cheeky monkeys. I can see them, and they look like they are about to fucking wallop oneself into those lovely fences. So yeah, up here is where I thought I would set up a bit like I did with the biodome. A little area that has some toilets and a couple shops and a bit of seating area, so that you can actually look out onto the elephants and be like, ooh, bit of a close up. I do wish they put like penguins and those kind of things in here, because then I could be able to do like a walk with penguins. But I'm thinking of doing a walk with lemurs kind of area. Maybe dedicate like a little section that is where you can go through to the lemurs, and then maybe some peafowls, as they're quite nice to kind of maybe go through. It's like a park zone, which I think will be quite nice. After visiting Twycross Zoo not that long ago, you'll be able to see that the lemurs had such a really nice walkthrough that I think I'd like to replicate. Maybe not exactly the same, but the similar sense of that you can, potentially have one on your shoulder, which I have seen. It's a shame they don't do birds, because I quite like to do maybe like a parakeet kind of walkthrough where you can like go feed the birds. That would be quite a nice like exotic update, if they ever did something like that, because I would definitely enjoy it. So I do notice these paths aren't fantastic. I will eventually come to decorate them, make them look a little bit prettier, just all the usual jazz that I think will work quite nicely. But first, there we go. one of our boys looks like he was fully ready to pelt through the fence, but not yet, boy. Not yet. I think they fixed the fence before he had the chance to get through. So I'm just going to start putting rocks along these fences. I think it should help for the time being. Though I do know that it's not. But I've got to try. So we're just going to brick up the walls, and here we go. Watch this sneaky little bit. There he goes! Sneaky little boy. Why? Look at him! Look at that! Right, elephants, man. I swear, that is their sole purpose in this game is to break through barriers. I swear. It really is. And it's taken me so long. This whole episode has taken me so long to do because I've been battling with these elephants. They are majestic creatures, don't get me wrong. Beautiful things. But they're little fuckers. Absolute little shits. Just trying to pelt their way through my fences. So I'm trying to add some extra safety measures, as we're going to say. Quoted safety measures. But I think the big boy still manages to wallop his way through. So I think eventually I am just going to... Oh, here we go. Here we go. Watch him. Watch that little sneaky boy. He's just standing there. I'm watching you. I'm watching you. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you just stand there for the time being. Right, so that when I was recording this properly for the first time, I swear, I could have murdered those elephants. I love these elephants, but I could have murdered them. It's just they're jumping up quite a big, I suppose, like, cliff kind of side thing I've done just to headbutt a fence that they still can't get out of. But therefore, why not? Poggers, am I right? I'm just gonna bounce my way through here and do whatever I like. Not today, matey. So I'm just gonna put loads of rocks down and just make it secure. I think I am gonna put like a little moat around it too, so they can swim in it too and refresh themselves and probably not want to yeet themselves through a fence anymore. That's sad. At least the baby elephant, well, I think the female elephant, should I say, is enjoying her life in the actual swimming area and not wanting to screw mine over. Thank God. But here we go. A little moat put in. I do eventually put a barrier in. Once again, I had a bit... You little poo, don't you do it. Thank you. Now he's wandering off. So I think he's finally figured out I can't get my way through this gate. Thank you. Now, this is... I just had to make sure that the gate was accessible because I think I did something to it earlier, which meant none of the people could come in. Then I realised, actually, I didn't just design a workspace because I'm stupid. So here you go, you can just see me getting rid of the gate, flatten it off because it just needed to be a nicer area so that the people can bring in the elephants and food and cleaning tools and whatnot, and it was just great. So here I am, as usual, always struggling to put the gate in. Yeah, I realised, yes, I should have done that. Perfect, there we go. Clapping myself on the back for realising when in-game. But yeah, it's a massive pen. And I definitely did have fun making this. Like I always say, I will do quite a bit off camera. Just to kind of decorate things, make it look all pretty. I will eventually get around to doing the elephant sign because I haven't done that yet. But yeah, I'm really impressed with how much work I've actually been able to do, especially in an hour, because this took long and my recording software decided right after an hour I'm not going to let you carry on. So I had to cut this down a bit, edit some other videos I took afterwards. So you might see a bit of a leap in a minute or two where you notice I've actually filled the pen in and start working on the next side. One issue I am experiencing right now is those snails. They are breeding so much. So I'm quickly about to go check. Like, I see there's a lot of turtles, but it's not that bad. And then I see these boys. Look how many I've got to click, because I've got to get rid of a few. I keep a couple males, and I think I remove all females. I will eventually put another female in, but for the time being, I'm just leaving them be. So back to our lovely elephants. So that top section is definitely going to be where I put a couple shops and stuff. But first, I want to secure these borders, mainly to beautify them, and obviously stop the menacing elephant that keeps barricading his way through. Another thing I noticed whilst looking back at this video, but not necessarily doing it at the time, is the fences. I noticed they break really easily, constant holes in them, needing fixing like all the time. So I will change them to the same fences the hippos have, the white barriers one. It's just because this fence is grade 2, and for the elephants they're a bit too weak for them. But grade 4, the other fences are much better for them, and I did do it off camera. So I'm just finishing off this little moat. I am going to decorate everything a little bit more, put a bit more shrubbery in their place, and you'll see that in a second. So voila! Sorry for the jump, but I put down their enrichment items. I got rid of a bit of water, put down a little mud bath. I fixed their enclosure so that they actually have a nice pen now. But yeah, it took a while for me to kind of do this a bit. I definitely want to do a bit more decoration, landscape a bit more, but for the time being I think the elephants are quite happy with how much space they actually have now. You can see that top section I put glass so that I can see the elephants. Don't realise at the time until a little bit later, I don't know if you'll be seeing it, that they actually climb all the way up to the top and absolutely headbutt their way through that glass. So this is the other side that I'm going to work with. Not quite so big in terms of lake, but I'm going to add a bit more water for them, I hope. I think. I can't really remember. And in order for that to happen, I am just going to do a big walkway like I'm doing right now, and like make it so that people can actually see the elephants from both sides that a little bit better. So we've just done our Indian elephants. We're now about to put our African elephants in, and they're gorgeous. My baby boys, so beautiful. We're about to put them in. So as usual, I do follow the enrichment rules in terms of food, toys and other things, but because I want to start decorating their pens that little bit better, a little bit more, I am avoiding a couple of the plants they say I'm not allowed to have. I don't necessarily do ginormous ones, but if they're like, oh, you can't have this little bush in here, I'm like, I'm gonna put this bush in here. It makes it look nice. I think I'm gonna do that. So yes, I did put a nice big chunk of water in. Good me. But I think the elephants really like to swim around, and this was a nice big pond I could get in for them. I'm going to carve a bit into that mountain so I can then put their down there like sleeping pen, which I think I'm gonna hide a little bit more away from the people so that they just can't peep into them and disturb the elephants, because they do like their peace just like we do in our own homes. So yeah, just carving away a bit of a chunk so that nobody can really like see, but the elephants can have their own resting spot. I'm gonna choose a different pen this time, a smaller one, as the other one I chose on the other one was just a bit too big, whereas this one fit nicely and it kind of sat well in that mountain. So here they are. These ones were a little bit nicer than the last bunch, let's say that. I do realise that over there where that corner is, oh god, where I put the fence in between, it needs to be a bit more barricaded for them. And me being the dum-dum I actually didn't put a proper fence down that could barricade them off. So I think we had a few issues of them actually running to another pen. Though obviously they didn't want to intermingle. This happened. Oh, it was these Indian elephants. They are a pain in my bum. So I'm gonna have to terraform again. I just make it like a little bit of a sheer cliff. So that, oh god, look at that little one, just roaming free. It just makes it safer for both the guests and the elephants, and hopefully I can just, you know, get everything all good. So I'm raising the fences a lot higher because I noticed, especially on the other side, that the elephants could pretty much leap over. So I'm just fleshing out this area, make it a little bit more safer for both the visitors and the elephants, just because it was not safe, really not safe. So I realised I did one side and completely forgot to do the other. So I will come back to it and I will sort it out eventually in this video. But as usual, I'm so fixated on making everything look pretty that I kind of forget about the other stuff. The important stuff, should we say. So the guests, I love it, the guests are just, they're like, oh, let's get a burger. Oh, nope, bye. There's just an elephant casually up here. I love it, this game, it's great. Now, I will eventually come back to do some more terraforming stuff, but I'm going to start working a bit more on the other side in a minute and sort out the fence issue that I think they will eventually notice soon. So, I think my next call is to add more enrichment items for the African elephants, because I don't think I've actually done that yet. Yes, oh god, here he goes. He's on his way. So, I just see so many of these notifications popping up constantly, arguing me. Oh god, there he is. I see him in the background. Oh, there he goes. Oh, I bet he's about to pop off another one. There he goes. So I'm so fixated right now of this baby elephant. How the hell do I move it? How do I move it? And there in the background is the other one. Absolutely yeeing it. But yeah, the elephants. Definitely the hardest one to look after. They've drove me bonkers, but they're beautiful. And just, yeah. Now, I'm eventually just going to put like a huge stone wall, as you can see I have done. As I had to cut a little bit because I was managing and sorting all these elephants because they were just being a pain. So there's now like a brick wall. I'm just going to decorate everything a bit more eventually, but I've cliffed everything that needs to be cliffed. The customers are safe now, she says, and I just need to get down their enrichment stuff now. So put up a couple feeders down, just, you know, a few bits of bobs that can just make everything look pretty. And I can't wait. Now, I do love that waterfall thing. I think it's one of my favourite items in this game, as you can build around it, which I will do. I'll be covering it in rocks to make it look like it's a cave, like an actual natural cave, with natural water coming off it. But obviously it's not. But I like the illusion, and the elephants love the running water. So this has become one of my favourite rocks next to the mossy rock. Very like orange toned, but it works well with the elephants. Kind of like the like a deserty, kind of sandy vibe. Whereas the mossy rock, I think, more kind of comes under the South Africa jungly biomed kind of places. And I just think this works nicely with these. And there we go. Just, I love it. The rocks look so pretty. So now that we have this sorted, there he goes to play with his toys. I can start working on putting down some of the donation boxes, some more education boards, as I've noticed I need to do those a bit more often, to educate people, obviously, and get everything just looking pretty nice. Bins are a must, just because we get a lot of litter in the park, and we don't want that anymore. So I'm going to put down an information board there to make people aware of just everything you really need to be aware of. Oh god. See, I don't know how he tried to escape, because as you can see there is a massive brick wall, but I think I may just terraform that a little bit later once again. But I think I did mention this actually earlier, this type of fencing is just rubbish, so I need to just get it sorted, because it's driving me mad. So yeah, I'm going to sort that out and probably do that off camera too, just adding a better fence. So the grades, grade 4 will probably just suit this pen a lot nicer than grade 2. May make it a little bit more difficult for the visitors to actually look through them, but I'll probably window certain sections so that they can look through a bit more comfortably than just looking through grates. Because I wouldn't want to look through a gate, like a grated fence, to see something. It just probably makes it look a little bit nicer. So once again, I'm just gonna border off bits of area with rock, make the fences safer, make that area a little less climbable, as I think an elephant's gone up there and made his way into bashing our fences. But once again, I think I've sorted the solution out, and I'm just gonna decorate, make things pretty, and I will come back and show it off to you when I do. But for now, I think I'm just gonna finish off what I gotta do, decorate their pen that little bit more, because it is a little bit lacking. But as I said earlier, I do want to add just those couple extra bits that can really spruce up a pen, make it look really nice, and make the elephants enjoy their life here at Bloodwell Zoo. Because I don't like that I don't want them to feel like they're stuck or captured. I want them to feel free. Hence why I've made such massive pens for half these animals. But yes, now that I've finished with like this little picnic area as well, it's probably time to say I've finished. So it's been amazing as usual doing this elephant pen and working on just everything, and I hope that next time I can potentially move on to another island. So I'm thinking of starting a new theme next time, really making that area work with the theme and not just kind of keep it samey as I've done previously. But first I do need to add some electricity and probably a water station, which I think I forget, but I will add that later. But I'm glad you guys enjoyed today's episode, and as always, thank you for coming to Blood Buff Zoo, and I will see you guys next time when we venture onto the new island and maybe do something over there with that carved bit of land. But yeah, thanks guys, always a pleasure. Bye!